Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ahiba and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. So this is the first in a series of 5 videos that I'll be sharing to inspire you or give you ideas of ways that you can add thread to your cards quickly and easily. So I have 2 panels here that I cut. This is a mini slimline size, so it's 3 inches by 6.25, I think, or 6.5, and I have a smaller piece as well, and I'll put the measurements on. So this card is really simple. All you need is foam tape and your choice of thread. I'm using a colorful rainbow crochet thread, so that makes it even easier for me. I don't have to use 5 or 6 different colors of thread. I have all the colors on one spool. So this just involves wrapping the thread around the smaller panel in a kind of zigzag geometric format, and you'll see it here. So unfortunately, I had forgotten to record me wrapping it, so I will show you later how it was wrapped. Now I'm just applying foam tape to the back of the panel to secure it. Up to this point, there's no other tape on the panel, no other adhesive. It's just the action of wrapping the threads over one another that is holding the piece together. So I'm adding the foam tape to the back just to ensure that everything is secure, the threads will not move, and also in order to adhere the panel to the card. So I'm just fixing the panel in the center of the card to see how I want it to look, where I want it to go, and when placing the panel, remember to try and place it in a straight line. So I'm just gonna show you now how I actually achieved wrapping the panel. So if you're using a thread with variated colors like this one, you don't have to worry about using different threads to get the rainbow effect. But if you're using different threads, it's the same technique. So as you can see, I'm just wrapping along the panel. I'm moving them closer because in the original panel they were wrapped closer, but you can just wrap them close to begin with instead of moving them when you're through. So that's basically the effect, forming little X's and going along. So as I adhere the panel to the front of the card, I'm just trying to make sure it's centered. If you want to ensure it's straight and centered, you could use a T-ruler, mark off the spots and so on, but I just eyeballed it. So I'm using this die from Erin Lee Creative. It's the Shine die, and I really love this die. I cut it with my die cutting machine. Shout out to my friend Sharina from Circle the Date. That's her machine. And she loaned me to use, so thanks, Sharina. Right, so I cut out the dies, and of course I cut it out multiple times because I want to add a little dimension to the sentiment. That's always the way to go, adding dimension to the sentiment. It really helps it to stand out, even when it's, a solid color or just really plain, or when you have a very fussy background. You can layer your sentiment in order to help it to stand out and to make it more sturdy and better for mailing to others. So I'm actually using a regular adhesive to do this. Ideally, you'd want to use an adhesive with a precision point so that you don't get a lot of glue coming out at once and messing up your die cut. However, I don't have that right now, so I'm just using a mini glue and it works well enough. So I'm just applying the glue and stacking the die cuts. I ended up using 4 layers of die cuts to get the desired thickness. I'm just playing around with the die cuts to make sure they are aligned directly on top of one another and completely in order so that, you know, it looks like one piece. Okay, so I also cut the shine die from a piece of silver glitter paper because I think that it needed a kind of shadow to separate it from the background because the background is very busy. So I offset it on the silver glitter cardstock, and I think that really gave a nice effect. So I'll also be doing that with the dot of the eye. I really love this die cut. So I'm now using a perforator, I think that's what it's called, or a tracing wheel, to make a border along the sides of the card. I just wanted to add a little more interest, nothing excessive, and this is what I came up with to do. If you have a piercing die that can do this, then that would be excellent. Just using my bone folder to flatten the edges back because I applied a bit of pressure. So now I'm using glue just to adhere my sentiment to the front of the card. Pretty basic, and just using my Make Art Station as a weight to ensure everything sticks down well. I'm applying 2 gems, 2 black heart-shaped gems. Yeah, I think that's all the embellishment I need. I didn't want to go too crazy. I just wanted to do a card that was simple and easy. Clean and simple. Okay, so that's the card. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Please stay tuned for the next in the series. I hope you subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Bye.